Welcome to the RadioU podcast. Coming up, what secrets does Chicago's bean hold?
Also, who is Uncle Herschel and why does he need swift justice?
All that and more on the way next. Superstar Lil Nas X has pleaded not guilty to three felony counts of battery with injury on a police officer and one felony count of resisting arrest. He was arrested last week, 8772 Radio U on Ventura Boulevard, where police officers saw him walking nude. Ventura Boulevard's a pretty, that's a pretty main street in Los Angeles, yeah?
Yeah, but also any street that you're walking naked down, not a good idea.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. If you're walking naked out in public somewhere, it doesn't really matter where.
Right.
But he was on Ventura Boulevard. I guess this is all alleged, right? He's pleaded not guilty, but they say he was walking nude, and obviously you can't be doing that. So the police confronted him, and then this is where we start to have even more different conflicting stories of what exactly happened. But he was eventually taken to the hospital and then to jail. We know this. But he's saying he's not guilty.
He's saying he's not guilty. They're saying he punched a police officer 2 times. But guess what? We get to find out because police officers wear body cams now for this exact reason.
Exactly.
So that there can be evidence and proof like, okay, yes, the police are not lying, and that's why I don't think the police would be lying about this because it's on camera, and why would they say he punched an officer twice if they can't prove that he punched an officer twice?
It would be, and it's just a wild thing to make up.
Yeah.
Like in the first place.
Right. Completely wild.
And I don't know.
Because that's a crime. That's assault on an officer. So.
I don't know why, or I don't know what the defense is that, like, no, I didn't do this. When we know that there will be body cam footage released, but like, is he denying the naked part too? Like, what, or do you have some? Are you going to try to come up with some justification? No, I needed to. I had to be walking nude.
Well, they do
and attacking a police officer.
They do think the officers do think that he was probably in some distress because of drug-related things.
Yeah,
that is why he was hospitalized, because they think there might have been a potential that he could have been overdosing. So that might explain for some of the erratic behavior.
That's an explanation. It's not a justification.
It's not a justification, but it is an explanation as to why he would have been naked and also like charging, because they said that he charged at the officers and then punched one of them twice.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse. No, officers, you don't get it. I was on drugs. I was on drugs. That's why I'm out here naked. Or, no, this is just, I'm just out here naked.
I honestly think the drugs makes it a little bit better, because then it's like, okay, yeah, you're not in your right mind. If he's just sober and doing this stuff, it's like, oh, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. Either way, not a good look for Lil Nas X.
No, not a good look at all.
But innocent till proven guilty.
That's
and he
true.
Says, I'm not guilty. I wasn't naked attacking a police officer on Ventura Boulevard.
And I can tell you one thing. I don't want to see that police body cam footage.
A man is trapped, and he needs our help. 8772 Radio U. This man is trapped in Chicago.
Okay.
He's probably about 20 years old, as far as we know. And he's trapped in Chicago. Now, there's worse places to be trapped
Sure.
than Chicago. It's a nice city.
Just trapped in the city?
He's trapped not just in the city of Chicago, but in possibly the most recognizable landmark in all of Chicago.
The river?
No.
He's trapped in the river?
He's trapped in the bean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, some protesters have brought this to our attention, and now we can join the cause and help free the man that's trapped inside the bean in Chicago.
So there's protesters protesting that there is a man in the bean.
Yes.
Okay.
The theory is...
What evidence do they have of this theory?
If you look at the bean the right way, you can see him trapped in there.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you look.
Do they have any photos of this?
No. I think it'd be hard to capture on camera.
Oh,
It
so you
would-
have to be there.
Yeah, but this theory claims that the designer of the bean, which was erected between 2004 and 2006, at the time placed a baby inside the bean.
And this baby's just been there by himself?
The baby has been trapped inside the bean
Oh, yeah.
since 2006, and so therefore he is now, making him 19 years old, this man.
And this baby somehow survived without, nourishment, care, water,
There's,
anything,
There,
people.
yes. The answer is yes. Do we know how he has been cared for? No, we do not. But all we know is that he's there.
But someone's been caring for him?
Somehow he survived, hasn't he? We believe that the bean in Chicago is a one-way mirror. So when we visit the bean, are looking at this man, not realizing. Meanwhile, he's looking back at us.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what this cohort is alleging.
Yes. And so we need to free the man in the bean.
Okay.
Open up the bean, I say.
Open it up.
Yeah.
Crack her open.
It's time. It's time to open up the bean. They just did a bunch of renovations on the bean.
Yeah, I'm sure they were able to find out then that there was no man in the bean.
They were probably stocking him up on supplies.
That
yeah. Was a cover operation for that. Oh. And yeah, I'm sure he tried to escape at that point.
Yeah.
The frustrating life he'd be living in there. But yeah, this is a theory that people started, thankfully, shedding some light on it at Lollapalooza this year.
Thankfully.
Where there was protesters handing out...
Lollapalooza. This makes a lot more sense now.
There was protesters handing out pamphlets. You can find them on Instagram and everything. And now it's up to us. The word is out, and we need to take action.
So what's your plan? How are you taking action? How are you going to free the man in the bean?
Well, this is the beauty of having a radio show, is that this is my voice. And so now... I'm spreading awareness, I'm spreading the word, and now it's up to everyone else to speak to the officials at hand. The alderman for the area needs to be contacted, and that we need to demand that this man is freed, that the person inside the bean is freed.
Yeah.
What a life that must be for him.
Man, yeah, it must
20 years.
Must be a struggle. It's given the Truman Show. But yeah, I think... that's right. This is what you need to do. You're using your voice correctly. Mm-hmm. You're signaling that you are a true believer in the man in the bean.
I support the cause. And this could all be this could be solved so simply. Just open up the bean.
Yeah.
And just show us who is in there.
They wouldn't be afraid to open it up if there wasn't anybody in there.
Exactly. At least open it up and let us talk to the man in there and see. Maybe he likes it.
Yeah.
It's possible he likes it. It's all he's ever known.
We'll just be like, blink if you need help.
Yeah, but
blink twice.
Until we can start a conversation with the man in the bean face to face, this whole
theory
thing,
is just gonna keep snowballing
it's just gonna keep
on
building.
them.
Yeah.
Come on, Chicago officials, open her up.
Open up the bean. We need a good chant.
Open the bean. No, that's bad.
Yeah. We'll work on that. Are you a job hopper, or are you more of a job hugger? 8772 RadioU. A new report from Korn Ferry, a consultancy firm, has found that while for the last several years, job hopping has been much more the trend of searching around, going to a job for a little bit and then finding greener pastures elsewhere and leaving that job very quickly and hopping around.
Yeah, I've heard it described as mercenary.
Yeah, I like that. It makes it sound much cooler. But it's been replaced with something now. The trend is changing with something with a lot more heart. It sounds a lot nicer. Job hugging.
That's definitely the opposite of mercenary.
It's totally the opposite. Job hugging is the opposite of job hopping, where instead of hopping around between different jobs constantly and never staying anywhere for too long, job hugging is being reluctant to ever leave a job that you have And they say their theories for the reason of why people have become more job huggers versus job hoppers is because of all the uncertainty we're dealing with right now. You have AI taking jobs or changing what jobs even are. New jobs aren't popping up as much as they used to. And with the economy the way it is too, like with inflation running rampant and prices sky high, you want to hold on to that certainty of at least you have an income at your job that you've got. You don't want to take the risk of leaving, and because it is risky.
It is indeed risky, but I don't know if I would take the leap to say that just people deciding to stay at a job because of the uncertainties with the economy and all of that. That leads to job hugging. It doesn't necessarily mean that they like the job.
Oh, no.
It just means that they like the security the job offers them, so they're not, leaving that job to find another. By the way, the best time to look for another job is when you have a job.
Yeah.
So it is hard to do that, but you don't want to have to try and find a new job while you're out of work because it takes a long time to be hired at certain places, especially if you're looking for a job that pays really well. They're going to have a long process, and a lot of candidates probably to interview. So you don't want to risk being without work for like over a month or something.
Yeah, you brought up a great point. Job hugging makes it sound like we love
the
our
job.
job. Let me give it a big hug. But
you could hate it, but you just need to stay because you don't want to not have money.
Exactly. Yeah, I think during job hopping season, everybody was like, if you weren't happy with your job, you knew there was something else out there, so you just quit and spend that free time looking for that next job.
Yeah.
And now this is not how it is. Everything's too expensive for you to live off of whatever
savings you have.
Yeah. You have to be way more stocked up. And who saves? So it's so hard now. And we're not hugging jobs that we love. We're just hugging them because we have no one else to hug.
Yeah, we're just clinging on to the security blanket that this job is, By the way, I do feel like I'm a job hugger right now.
Yeah.
Right here at Radio U. I feel very happy at Radio U.
I do love Radio U.
Yes.
I would give my Radio U job a big hug.
I would. I do every day.
I consider we're very fortunate, though.
Extremely blessed.
I think there's a lot of other people out there probably listening right now going, yeah, I am hugging my job, but it's not because I love it.
It's not because of a good reason.
A member of Fox's Big Noon Kickoff has been banned from Ohio Stadium before the game on Saturday. 8772 Radio U. Allie, you might have to explain this to me as an Ohio State fan. Ohio State, according to reports, Ryan Glasspiegel of Front Office Sports had this. Ohio State has banned Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports from being in Ohio Stadium for Big Noon Kickoff this Saturday before the game against Texas.
Oh, that actually makes me laugh.
But why? Why are they doing this?
I have no idea. I know he's a Michigan fan, but other than that, he is annoying. I'll say that. I'm not a fan. But
I don't rock with the Barstool, particularly with Dave Portnoy, but to ban him though?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did that they would say is ban worthy. Because teams ban people all the time. I remember over the summer, Michigan banned a TikToker.
Okay.
That was like trying to get into the big house. He's one of those those things that we talked about where people try and get into the stadium.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Where they try to sneak in, they'll stay overnight or walk in with the cleaning crew or whatever.
Yeah. So they're just trying to skirt the rules a little bit.
Well, that's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
What did Dave Portnoy do that's wrong?
I don't know. Ohio State doesn't tell me their reasoning as far as why they would ban Dave Portnoy.
We're gonna have to get on the message boards and find out. 11 Warriors.
You think the message boards knows?
Buck
Oh,
nuts.
come on.
They
You have a lot more faith in the message boards than I do, and I'm an Ohio State fan.
I gotta find. They'll know the answer.
They'll know why.
They'll know. There's probably actually some really good information on there.
I'm sure he did something that ticked somebody off, but I don't know what that would be other than him being a Michigan fan.
It seems petty to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no, like, if there's no public anything that we know. Like, if you're going to ban him, like, let everybody know. He's a part of Big Noon Kickoff now.
I had no idea he was a part of that, by the way.
Yeah, Barstool, they joined up with Fox early, like, it wasn't that long ago. And so, yeah, I think he's still going to be involved in the broadcast in some way, even though he's not allowed in the stadium.
He's got to play it up.
Yeah.
Play it up. Like,
stand
he should be
outside.
making jokes all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, if I could watch today's game, here's what I think is going to happen. Like, he should be saying that throughout the entire broadcast.
I'm concerned
the pregame show.
because he is a known Michigan fan that and he is the way he is, that if he stands outside Ohio Stadium, like, that's going to be more dangerous for him than just being in the stadium and being on the broadcast.
Well, you think he's going to get, like, somebody's going to beat him up or something?
Yeah, I think I mean, it probably won't come to that, but he's going to be out there agitating people. And I know that it's at noon, but there's still going to be drinks flowing.
Oh, 100%.
Alcohol involved.
100%. I mean,
and he's out there being
people
obnoxious.
People are going to be tailgating starting yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
he's holding a Michigan flag that he wants to plant at the center of the field.
Oh, that definitely will not go well if he tries to do something like that.
Yeah, but he hasn't even gotten the chance. I say give him a chance.
No,
What are you afraid of, Ohio State?
I don't want to give anybody the chance to plant a flag. That's just not cool, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know what he did to get Ohio State so mad at him.
As far as we know, nothing. And this is sad, shameful behavior.
I'm sure he did something. Maybe just be such an annoying person, because honestly, I do think he's really annoying. Like, I can't stand him.
You can't ban people for being annoying.
I know, but well, actually, no, you can. Clearly they can.
Well, it's a sad thing to do. It's
is it?
sad. I would be embarrassed if I was a fan of this school.
I'm never embarrassed of Ohio State because we are national champions. So
Stephanie said Dave had too many one-bite pizza reviews.
One-bite pizza reviews? What does that mean? Just like he took one bite and reviewed it?
Yeah, that's what he does. It's one of the things he does. He eats pizza.
Yeah, that's not.
His reviews.
How's that fair, Dave Portnoy?
To review a pizza on one bite?
On one bite?
I think that's all you need to know.
No.
If a pizza isn't good on the first bite, it's not a good pizza.
Mister, you do food fights over here. Okay.
And I've never changed my mind about something afterwards.
You only decide your opinion based off of only one bite?
Definitely with pizza. Yeah, what are you talking about? When was the last time you ate Hold on, we don't have time for this. We got to come back.
What?
We got to come back because what you're saying is crazy. We started talking about how Dave Portnoy, for some reason, of Barstool Sports and soon to be Fox's Big Noon Kickoff, has been banned from Ohio Stadium this weekend.
Is it just for this weekend? Do we know if it's indefinite?
I don't know. That's a good question, because it's not like Big Noon Kickoff isn't going to come back to Ohio Stadium 4 other times this year.
They'll at least be there. Well, no, Ohio State plays at Michigan this year, but they at least have that game on the schedule.
In the story I'm reading, it says for Saturday's season opener against Texas. So
okay, so maybe it's just a subtle jab for this game.
Maybe it's not very subtle. But Stephanie, we don't know why specifically, besides just that he's a Michigan fan and hates Ohio State.
And Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Right. A polarizing figure.
He is. Stephanie said Dave has too many one-bite pizza reviews as a joke. She was joking that's why he was banned.
Which I didn't know he did those things.
Yeah. Now, you're saying that one bite is not enough to give a pizza review.
I don't think it is. I think you need to maybe take a couple more bites there, Dave.
My question to you is, if one bite isn't enough, you're telling me that there's been a pizza that you ate the first bite and you either liked it or didn't like it, and then you took a second bite or even further subsequent bites and then eventually decided the opposite of what you thought at first.
I don't know if I have thought the opposite, but I would like a confirmation bite.
Okay. If it's good, then yeah, I want more bites. But if it's a bad bite, if I can't have a bite of a pizza or any food, particularly pizza though, because pizza should be good. If I have a bite of a pizza and it's bad on the first bite, why would I give it another bite?
Because I want to check and make sure, is it truly bad?
You gotta confirm.
But also, I don't know
Why would you be wrong about it, though?
I don't know if I've ever had that experience.
Exactly.
Where I've had one bite and been like, this is terrible. So why wouldn't I give it a second bite?
I've had it at California Pizza Kitchen. Trash pizza.
I'm so sorry
That
for
is
you.
trash pizza. You've never had bad pizza in your life?
I don't know how picky of a person I am. I don't think I'm very picky. Don't think I'm very judgy of food, and so maybe my taste buds are just like whatever.
Man.
It's food.
Maybe we should just I don't know, maybe you speak for the people that aren't very judgy, but maybe you're not the right person for food fights.
Well,
if you're not very judgy.
I've said that multiple times when we've done food fights. I'm not the best person to give like a very critical opinion because I'm just not, first of all, not very critical in general, just about life and things. But also when it comes to food, I'm not picky. I'm just not.
I feel like in the food fights, though, I feel like I'm more likely to give positive scores than you.
Well, we have had a lot of drinks recently, and I will say I'm a little bit more picky with the drinks because, I don't know, the flavoring for me can get a little weird with the aftertaste stuff. So anytime I immediately sense an aftertaste on soda, I can be critical of that. But for food, it's a little bit harder for me to be critical of that.
Yeah. I was looking at more on Dave Portnoy.
Did you find something on 11 Warriors?
Yeah, kind of. There's no like anything that says this is why they banned him. But if you recall, he did pay to have a plane fly over Ohio Stadium that said extend Ryan Day.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
you still can't ban somebody for that, though.
Ban. No.
You cannot ban somebody for that.
Well, they just did.
It's soft behavior.
Nah, I love this.
Just like the way they played against Michigan.
It's a jab. I don't know why it's taken me so long to do this particular topic for Right Up My Alley, Hudson. But today we're doing general knowledge on the country of Zambia.
Okay.
If you missed out on this information, I feel like I talk about it at least once per day. Actually, I hope I don't mention it once per day because I don't want it to get annoying. But I did grow up overseas. I grew up in Zambia. So I thought it'd be fun to have some questions for you about Zambia. If you've never heard of Right Up My Alley before, I ask Hudson 3 questions. They get progressively harder. You can play along with us by texting in to 877-2-RADIO-U.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready? Okay, this first question I feel like is a softball question. So I'm tossing it up to you. Be ready to hit it out of the park.
Okay.
Okay. Zambia is home to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. What is it called?
Victoria Falls.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Good job. The locals also call it Moziotunya, which means the smoke that thunders.
Okay.
Because the mist is so high from Victoria Falls that you can see it from miles away. It's so loud when you're there. So it literally looks like the smoke that is thundering. Next question. Again, I think you can get this because I've mentioned this before. What is the capital city of Zambia?
The capital city of Zambia. I know this. It is No.
No. It is Lusaka.
Lusaka.
That is the city I grew up in.
Oh, I always get that confused.
Oh, do you? With Kartula?
Yeah. Those two always mixed up.
Yes. So close there.
Yeah.
All right. Final question. Zambia gained its independence in what year?
I feel like we talked about this because, I mean, I did Zambia Useless Knowledge, right, before? I think on Zambian Independence Day.
Maybe. Zambian Independence Day is coming up, October 24th.
So then no, I didn't. October 24th, of course, of the year 1908.
No, that's way too early. Come on. This is when the Brits were getting driven out of Africa.
So yeah, 1908.
Think of the end of imperialism. No, this was 1964 was when Zambia gained its independence from the Brits.
The same year that Jeffrey Bezos was born.
Yeah, born in 1964.
Now I'll always remember this.
Yeah, thanks, Bo Burnham.
I remember everything is either before or after Bezos in my mind.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, BB and AB.
That's not good.
Why?
It's BC and AD. That's why.
Well, that's a different time. That's a different
No, that's
heuristic.
the only time that we're supposed supposed to remember.
I think I did all right.
Yeah, you did good.
I think I passed.
You got 1 out of 3.
Southwest Airlines is once again updating their seating policy, 8772 RadioU. Already, they've gone away from their long-held and much beloved by many open seating policy. Now they're putting new restrictions on plus-size passengers as well, where they are changing starting on January 27th of 2026. Plus-size passengers, plus-size travelers will be required to purchase a second seat in advance, where prior they only had to purchase one seat, and then adjustments were made once they arrived for the flight. Now you need to, if you're a plus-size passenger, you need to buy 2 seats ahead of time.
Yeah. I guess this is just like a nice way to say this, I suppose. Because it's like not everybody that's plus size needs 2 seats. You know what I mean? So it's like this is a not as common need as what plus size is. Because I feel like plus size is a lot more common and broad compared to like somebody that needs 2 seats on a plane.
Is there a different word for a person like that?
I don't know, but they're obviously trying to be nice.
You don't want to find one.
They're trying to figure out what it is. They're trying to be nice, so I don't know what it would be. But
there's not a lot nice about requiring people to buy 2 seats for one person.
Yeah, but also the fact that someone needs that is not very nice either.
No.
It's pretty sad. But either way, they are still, I guess, going to refund them after the flight for the second seat.
They say refunds could be obtained after travel.
Yeah, they have to submit something to get the refund.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But for the several $100s that you would possibly stand to gain getting back, probably worth the hassle. Here's what I don't know. How are they what are they getting out a tape measure? How do you know that you? That you need one of these extra seats?
Yeah, that's
when you're booking before you actually get on the plane.
I'm not sure. Maybe they tell you this is how wide the seats are, and so like, if you're wider than that, you need to get another seat.
What would suck is you hear about this policy. You are plus size. You're like, I think. Shucks, I guess I'm going to need to buy an extra seat for that Southwest flight coming up. And then you get there and you actually can fit in one seat.
You don't need it at all?
You're like, gosh darn it.
Why did I do this to myself?
That's $400 I'll never see again.
Yeah, well, again, you could try and get the refund. I don't know. It doesn't seem like
they're less likely to refund you if
you didn't use it. Yeah. Well, it does say something weird about that with the refund. It says eligibility for a refund also depends on whether a number of specific conditions are met for the flight, including whether there were other unused seats on the plane. So what?
So if it's a sold out flight, you're not getting a refund, buddy.
I guess not.
Yeah, if it's a big empty flight, I don't even know. I feel like you're not getting a refund.
Yeah, I just feel like they're setting it up for you just to not get a refund. So sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
But this is their current policy. Currently, plus size passengers, again, not required to purchase a second seat, but they did recommend that they would do that. Additional seats for larger customers they would provide free of charge if space was available on the flight. And then refunds could be obtained after travel for those that did purchase the extra seat in advance.
And I mean, we can say all this. What is the alternative of, like, if you're this large that you can't fit in a single seat and you get to the flight and you've only bought one seat for yourself, like, what do you expect? And what do you do? Like, I don't even know. You just have to suck it up? Like, where do they put you?
Right. I'm not sure what the flight attendants would do and how they would handle it. But obviously,
they're not going to kick people off the flight because you're too big.
Right. It's just so hard to talk about this without being mean.
We're not being mean.
But I mean, it's a reality for sure. But I don't know. I don't know how they would address that or face it.
It's crazy how much volatility we put up with in our lives. Like, we're just used to it when you think about it. 8772 RadioU. Think about your if you got any stocks, if you've got a portfolio,
Yeah, that's pretty volatile right now.
they tell
Cracker Barrel.
they tell you that it's just going to keep, I do think it's the right thing to do. Like, just hold stocks, just keep them, eventually, like, don't mess with them every day.
Yeah.
And eventually they'll be much higher. Like, if you just grab whatever. But day to day, like, you just never know.
It's true.
It can be huge up or down. If you're a sports fan,
man.
like baseball going on right now. Yeah, the Guardians.
Oh, falling apart. 6 games in a row that they've lost.
But it wasn't that long ago they went on a 10-game winning streak, right?
Exactly. They had the best record in the American League from like July 1st until just a week ago, and then they fell apart.
And that feels like a distant memory, even though it was only a few days ago. They were right in the wild card mix and everything.
I mean, they had the best record in the American League last year. They are going to miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah. Or even you think about like your relationships, like, yeah, you might have a partner that you really love and get along with, but like even that, you have good days and bad days, right? You never know when you guys could have some kind of argument about something really stupid or something really important, and it's not enough to maybe break you up, but you never know. Or maybe you do have a partner that you never know. The next argument could be the last.
Oh.
But we all live with this every day.
Yeah.
We get into our routines, but also there's so much uncertainty every day. You don't know what it's going to be like. And isn't it nice to, with all the volatility and uncertainty that we've just gotten used to just have some things that you can count on?
Yeah.
And that's what Jesus is. Through all of the good days and bad days, all the uncertainty of life, all the risks and volatility, there's always God. There's always Jesus with you there every single day. Something you can count on that is there's never going to be a bad day with Jesus.
Yeah, God is unchanging. He's the only thing in this world that is unchanging. His love is unmovable, unstoppable, and completely unconditional. So yeah, that stability is completely from him. It's nothing else is stable compared to God.
Yeah, it's good to just have a place you can hang your hat. You just know no matter what else the rest of the day throws at you, that you can always count on Jesus being there and ready to help you out through every single day. And that's something anybody can have. You might not have ever experienced this before, but that kind of solid foundation is available to you too. Just say, hey, Jesus, I want you in my life. I want to know I can count on you. Be here with me through everything I'm going through, and he will be. You can go to RadioU.com/free gift if you want to know more. Shedeur Sanders may wind up being a Toronto Argonaut before you know it. The Toronto Argonauts of the Canadian Football League have added both Shedeur Sanders and his brother Shiloh to their negotiating list, which means that they would have the inside track to sign one or both of them should they choose to continue their football careers in Canada as opposed to in the NFL.
Interesting.
Now, we know Shiloh Sanders, Shedeur's brother, has been cut by the Bucks.
Yeah.
So we don't know what his future looks like. So far, Shedeur Sanders has not been cut by the Browns, and it seems after yesterday they traded Kenny Pickett that may not be likely.
Yeah, and they cut Huntley as well.
Right.
So I think more than likely they're going to keep Flacco, Sanders, and Gabriel on the roster.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel? Shedeur Sanders from this past weekend was a big headline once again, his performance against the Rams in the preseason.
Again, we talked about this with his first performance in the preseason. You know, he's got talent. It's not that he's not talented. I don't think anyone was arguing he wasn't talented, but they were just arguing, like, would he have the same type of recognition if he, wasn't a Sanders, didn't have that last name. So, but also we mentioned this the first time we talked about him with the preseason performance. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, the good and the bad, because it's all preseason. Yeah, it really doesn't mean much.
This weekend was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And I see a lot of people making a lot of excuses for him. It is interesting that that Shedeur Sanders, maybe it's because he's a quarterback, but that it seems that he's graded on a different scale because he's a Sanders, but nobody's applying that same, any of the same excuses or complaints or whatever to Shiloh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, nobody is up in arms that Shiloh didn't get a fair shake. with the Buccaneers or anything. I haven't seen anybody complaining about that. It's all Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
So I just don't know what the difference is.
And I don't know. There's just something about Shedeur that has garnered a lot of attention, and I do think that you're right. It's the quarterback position that always gets more attention because that's the main driver of the team. So, there's a lot of focus and emphasis put on that position, rightfully so.
All right, what are the percentage odds that Shedeur Sanders ever plays in the Canadian Football League?
Oh, I think there's at least a decent shot of that happening. I would put it right now at like 10%.
10%?
Yeah.
That feels about accurate. I would be very shocked if he doesn't make it in the NFL.
Yeah.
I would be shocked that he winds up in the CFL. I think he's just going to do something else.
That's fair. He may just retire. He doesn't need to play. Or just go into business somewhere else.
Yeah, I feel like, he'd be like an entertainer.
Oh, yeah,
he's
easily.
Gonna be, he's gonna have a podcast.
Oh, easily.
If he doesn't, does he already? I don't even know. But
I don't think so, but I think he streams.
Yeah, he would definitely, he'd just go into being an influencer.
Yeah.
Which you could argue is basically his...
What he already does.
Yeah, he's better at that than football. The Cracker Barrel backlash isn't stopping. 8772 RadioU. The Cracker Barrel is doing some damage control now.
Okay.
They are responding to the backlash, the severe backlash that they received over the last couple of weeks.
So they're going back to what they should be, right? Is that the response?
No, I don't think they said that. I don't think they said that at all.
Well, that's what they should have said.
That's what they should have said. They said they released a statement yesterday following the outcry of their fans and customers who are complaining about the way they've redesigned the logo and rebranded the inside, redecorated the inside, the interior of some Cracker Barrels. They responded with a statement. Cracker Barrel says they are making a promise to their guests. We're truly grateful for your heartfelt voices. You've also shown us that we could have done a better job sharing who we are and who we'll always be. Mm-hmm. The image people love most about our stores aren't going anywhere. Rocking chairs on the porch, a warm fire in the hearth, peg games on the table. We were worried about that. Those are sticking around.
Okay.
Unique treasures in our gift shop and vintage Americana with antiques pulled straight from our warehouse in Lebanon, Tennessee. We know we won't always, this is Cracker Barrel's statement, we know we won't always get everything right the first time, but we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and employees. At the end of every day, our promise is simple. You'll always find comfort, community, and country hospitality here at Cracker Barrel.
Well, Cracker Barrel, start listening right now because this is us talking to you and telling you all of America does not want this rebrand. No one asked for this rebrand. We don't want the new logo. We don't want the new whitewashed walls. And we definitely don't want this new look that you have going on at your store. This is your time to listen. So tell us what we want to hear, which is, yes, we're changing our logo back to the one that everybody loves. Mm-hmm. We're not going to rebrand. We're not going to renovate and modernize the restaurant. That's what we're telling you. So if you want the backlash to stop, then listen to what we're saying.
Yeah.
I just don't believe them that we're listening. We're listening. No, you're not.
It doesn't seem like they're listening because there's nothing in the statement about how they're putting an end to the rebrand.
Right. How we're walking it back. Okay, we heard you. We heard you. We're not going to do this anymore.
You could go, we appreciate that people are so passionate about the way the design of Cracker Barrel and the logo. And so we're listening and we're going to keep it that way.
Right.
We're going to keep it the way that so many people have grown to love.
And maybe
that's not what they said.
That's not what they said. That's not what they said at all. This is all fluff. This is all fluff. Maybe what they could do even is just like a little bit of a compromise. Even if they're like, yeah, we're going to maybe modernize a little bit of how the restaurant looks inside, but we'll keep the old logo. I think that would gain back some goodwill. But no, they're just like, no, we're listening, but we're not changing anything. We're moving forward with this rebrand. Why? Why Cracker Barrel?
I don't like how they said we'll keep testing.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What do you need to test? What are you testing?
The test is clear.
Why do you have to test what already succeeded?
Exactly. What already failed.
Yeah,
You have
that's
failed
right.
the test. The test is failure, Cracker Barrel. Your stock dropped by $94 million in a day. A day.
This is the other thing that they're not listening, learning, testing with the customers in mind.
Right.
They're listening and learning to their stockholders who
Right.
are upset.
They're very upset. Doesn't money talk? That's what I've always been told.
Yeah.
Money talks. So start listening, Cracker Barrel. I know you claim you're listening, but you need to actually start listening. And I would like the hashtag justice for Uncle Herschel to start trending. Get him back on the logo. Did you see this other part of the statement? They said, we're going to have Uncle Herschel. He's not going to be on the logo, but he's still going to appear on the menu and elsewhere in the country store. What? Relegated to the menu. Put it back on the logo. This is craziness.
Wow. When was the last time you went to Cracker Barrel?
Maybe a couple months ago.
Oh, a couple months. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
I went with my dad. We had a great time, and makes me really
and it's
sad.
ruining that memory.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because now I don't want to go to Cracker Barrel, and I love it.
I was gonna say it is ridiculous. I have to admit that I'm this worked up about it, and I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in years.
Which is crazy to me because there's plenty of ones nearby. I feel like Ohio has a lot of them.
They're just not near me, and so I haven't gone. I like
And
the
you've
food.
been on road trips recently.
Yeah.
This was a road trip classic for me and my family.
Staple, yeah.
Every road trip, I mean, if there was a Cracker Barrel nearby, that's where we were going.
This is amazing. For the first time ever, a human has breathed using a pig's lung.
Oh, they had a lung transplant of a pig?
Yeah, they transplanted a pig lung into a human being.
Wow.
And it worked for 9 days.
Oh, so they didn't survive.
No, but they were also, this is a patient that was already brain dead.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of were, this was
a test?
a good test subject for something like this. This happened in China, and there have been other pig transplants, pig body parts, like organs transplanted into humans before, but this is the first time we've ever done it with a lung, and so now we know that it works.
Kind of. I mean, it only worked for 9 days, so I guess they have some knowledge on it, but it's not exactly long-term success.
Yeah, they say even the researchers acknowledge more work has to be done to ensure the long-term viability of the organs, but now we know at least that it works to some extent.
To some extent, but I don't think you would be able to test this very often because, the human you had to try this on was a human that wasn't viable in and of its, they weren't going to live.
For most pig transplants that I've been aware of so far, it's always in a bizarre situation.
Yeah.
Like there was the guy, right, that got a pig heart, I believe.
Yep.
And he was a prisoner that I don't know if he was on death row.
What? I did not remember that part of the story.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that he was a prisoner. And so this was like, this is the best we can do for you, and like we need to test this anyway.
This is the best we can do. Oh man, that's okay.
I'm pretty sure, and he made it several months before he finally passed away. So we haven't just had, but we still haven't had a free person that's expected to make a full recovery, and like they'll live as long as like. If they die, hopefully it won't be from the pig thing. It'll be some other natural cause.
Yeah, just old age or whatever.
We have not had that. I don't think with any vital organs, we've not done that with pigs yet. We're still in the earlier stages of brain dead folks and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a step in the right direction because apparently we desperately need more organs for organ transplants. So we got to figure out other places we can get them.
I know that's a huge problem. The wait list for organ is crazy long.
Mm-hmm.
So... yeah.
Our organs are going bad faster than we can find new ones.
Well,
find replacement organs.
Yes, that's the real answer there. Not that the organs are going bad as far as like
They're failing.
Yeah, they're failing in people that need to get replaced, but the organs that are being donated are not failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what? Okay. How would you feel like if the scientists assure you, the doctors assure you, like we're going to transplant a pig organ into you, it will work? Would you feel okay with that?
I mean, okay, I will tell you, I'm not a person that fears death. You know, I know I've said this before, but
would you rather die than have a pig inside you?
I don't know. I guess it'd be the situation, because I feel like if there's a certain point in my life where they're like, either we're going to put a pig heart in you or you're just going to die eventually, I may just be like, all right, it's my time.
You're just done.
I may just be like that. I don't know.
I think I'd take the pig.
You take the risk?
Yeah, because it's not where the organ is coming from to me. It's just all the surgery involved.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm going to feel gross. Like I don't want them cutting me open anyways.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do that anyways, as long as I just live, I guess I'm going to be fine. Like I don't know.
Like if I'm married and I have kids and I'm young, I would want to try to live. But if I'm like, you know, in my 70s and I've lived a good life, I'm like, no turning back. I'm good. Send me out. Thanks for listening to the RadioU podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.